The dawn of 2025 has brought a renewed sense of purpose to the United States under the leadership of President Donald Trump. As the administration enters its second term, a series of bold economic and political strategies are poised to shape the nation's trajectory. Central to this is Project 2025.
And I was actually, I reprimanded the whole group. I said, you shouldn't have placed this document in front of the voters because I have nothing to do with it and I'm the one that's running. You had no right to do this where you put a 1,000-page document in front, and many of those things I disagree with. Now, many of those things I happen to agree with.
A policy blueprint created by conservative think tanks to address pressing challenges and steer the country toward economic self-reliance and growth. This video will examine how these economic policies, focused on protectionism, deregulation, energy independence, and global economic leadership, could positively impact the U.S. economy. While these changes bring their share of controversy and risks, they also hold transformative potential for the nation's economic prosperity. Reviving domestic industries through protectionism. President Trump's economic policies often prioritize America first, with protectionism being a key component.
We're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing vast numbers of people. Canada's a very bad abuser also. Vast numbers of people to come in and fentanyl to come in.
By implementing tariffs on imports, especially goods from China, the administration aims to encourage consumers and businesses to purchase American-made products. This not only reduces reliance on foreign imports, but also strengthens domestic manufacturing and creates more job opportunities for American workers. The logic is straightforward. If American businesses are protected from cheap foreign competition, they can thrive, expand, and reinvest in the local economy. Industries like steel, textiles, and technology could see significant growth as tariffs make imports less competitive.
We will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers.
However, protectionism does come with challenges. Some experts warn of inflationary effects, as the prices of goods may rise due to higher production costs in the U.S. For instance, the Consumer Price Index, CPI, is projected to increase to 2.7% by the end of 2025, higher than previous estimates. While this could affect consumer purchasing power in the short term, proponents of protectionism argue that a robust domestic economy will eventually offset these costs, ensuring long-term stability. Deregulation and tax cuts to boost economic growth. A hallmark of the Trump administration's economic approach is reducing the regulatory burden on businesses. The administration believes that excessive red tape stifles innovation and economic expansion. By cutting regulations, businesses, especially small and medium-sized enterprises, can operate more efficiently, saving money and time.
Today, I'm also announcing that as part of our additional tax cuts, we will end all taxes on overtime. You know what that means? Think of that.
Additionally, tax reforms are on the table, aimed at providing relief to both corporations and individuals. Lower corporate taxes could incentivize businesses to invest in research, development, and workforce expansion. This, in turn, would create more jobs, stimulate innovation, and increase competitiveness in global markets. Small businesses, often referred to as the backbone of the American economy, stand to benefit significantly from these changes. Reduced regulatory hurdles mean easier access to resources and fewer compliance costs, enabling them to grow and hire more employees.
That gives people more of an incentive to work. It gives the companies it's a lot easier to get the people. And you know, I went to some economists, great ones, and I said, what do you think? They said, it would be unbelievable. You'll get a whole new workforce by doing that. No taxes on overtime.
While these policies could boost GDP growth, currently forecasted to reach 2% in 2025, there are concerns about their impact on labor markets. Stricter immigration policies could tighten labor supply, particularly in sectors like agriculture and construction, where immigrant workers play a critical role. Balancing these factors will be crucial to ensuring that the benefits of deregulation and tax cuts are widely felt. restructuring federal institutions for efficiency. Project 2025 includes ambitious plans to reform federal institutions, with a focus on increasing efficiency and reducing government overreach. By streamlining operations and decentralizing certain responsibilities to state and local governments,
The golden age of America begins right now.
the administration aims to create a governance structure that is more responsive to the needs of individual communities. For example, education and healthcare programs may see shifts in authority, with states taking on more responsibility for managing resources and implementing policies.
A recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
The goal is to foster innovation at the local level and reduce the inefficiencies often associated with large federal bureaucracies. Critics, however, have raised concerns about potential overreach and the risk of undermining democratic norms. They argue that significant restructuring could lead to power imbalances and reduced accountability. The administration, on the other hand, contends that these changes are necessary to modernize governance and empower communities. Energy independence and infrastructure development. Energy independence has long been a priority for the Trump administration. By expanding fossil fuel production and reducing reliance on foreign energy imports, the U.S. can secure its energy future while creating jobs in traditional energy sectors like coal, oil, and natural gas. Lower energy costs are another anticipated benefit.
That is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
As increased domestic production reduces dependence on volatile global markets. This would not only benefit households, but also lower operational costs for businesses, boosting overall economic activity. In addition to energy independence, the administration plans to invest heavily in infrastructure development. Upgrading transportation systems, modernizing digital networks, and expanding broadband access are all key components of this strategy. These projects aim to improve connectivity, reduce logistical inefficiencies, and enhance the nation's global competitiveness. While these policies promise economic benefits, they also raise environmental concerns. Critics argue that expanding fossil fuel production undermines efforts to combat climate change and could damage America's reputation in international climate agreements. However, the administration maintains that prioritizing economic growth and energy security is critical for national prosperity. Asserting global economic leadership. President Trump's economic agenda extends beyond domestic reforms, with a strong focus on asserting America's leadership on the global stage.
Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. But I felt then and believe even more so now that my life was saved for a reason.
The administration plans to renegotiate trade agreements to secure more favorable terms for the U.S., ensuring that American businesses compete on a level playing field. Strengthening intellectual property protections is another key priority. By addressing issues like counterfeit goods and technology theft, the administration aims to safeguard the innovation and competitiveness of American industries. While these measures could enhance the U.S.'s position in the global economy, they may also lead to trade tensions with key partners. Retaliatory tariffs or strained diplomatic relations could have unintended consequences for global economic stability. Nonetheless, the administration views these challenges as necessary to secure long-term gains for American businesses and workers. Balancing fiscal and monetary policies. The administration's expansive fiscal policies, including infrastructure investments and tax cuts, are expected to stimulate economic growth. However, they may also contribute to inflationary pressures and rising interest rates. The Federal Reserve will play a critical role in managing these dynamics. If inflation rises, the Fed may need to tighten monetary policy by raising interest rates, which could increase borrowing costs for businesses and consumers. Striking the right balance between fiscal stimulus and monetary stability will be essential to sustaining economic growth. Potential challenges and considerations. While the Trump administration's economic policies are designed to stimulate growth, they are not without risks. Inflation, trade tensions, and environmental concerns are among the key challenges that must be addressed. Additionally,
The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices.
The global response to America's protectionist stance could influence international relations and economic dynamics. Maintaining strong alliances while prioritizing national interests will be a delicate balancing act for the administration. As 2025 progresses, the United States stands at a critical crossroads. The economic and political changes introduced by President Trump's administration have the potential to reshape the nation's economic landscape profoundly. By focusing on reviving domestic industries, implementing deregulation and tax reforms, achieving energy independence, and asserting global leadership, these policies aim to foster a self-reliant and prosperous economy. However, the road ahead is not without challenges. Striking the right balance between growth and stability, addressing environmental concerns and managing global trade dynamics will require careful planning and execution. If successful, these strategies could mark the beginning of a new era of economic strength and resilience for the United States.